Hello everyone. Today on the bench we have a PlayStation Slim Model CFI-2016. The customer reported that it beeps 3 times, short beeps, and won't power on. This fault is often caused by a faulty BIOS chip. If your PlayStation beeps 3 times, as soon as you plug in the power, or when you press the power button, it's most likely the same issue. The customer mentioned this console has been looked at before, but they couldn't fix the issue. So let's strip it down and replace the BIOS chip. First we'll read the existing chip and then reprogram that data onto a brand new one. While we're doing this, it's worth double checking all the connections and components, making sure everything's seated properly, and keeping an eye on the cooling system. Taking these steps ensures the console runs reliably and helps avoid the same problem in the future. I've got a T8 screwdriver here. That's what you'll need for pretty much all the screws. And don't forget a Phillips screwdriver for the SSD extension cover. Here we have the Wi-Fi antenna connections. These little guys handle all your wireless signals. Time to take off that metal clamp. There are also 2 extra screws holding the board down, so we'll need to remove those too. Check out the new IC chip for the HDMI output. Model RTD2175P, I think. My eyes might be lying to me, so don't blame me if I'm wrong. It's smaller, sleeker, and right here we have the BIOS chip. Next up, we'll remove the original BIOS chip and attach it to the programmer. I'm using a CH341A here. Once that's done, I'll connect it to a computer. Honestly, any old laptop or PC will work, no need for a supercomputer. And here's the CH341A programmer. You can pick one of these up almost anywhere. Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, pretty much wherever you look. Now we'll plug the programmer into the computer via USB and open up the software that will read the chip. Easy as that. The software I'm using is Neo Programmer, and the best part, it's a free download. I put a link in the description below. Once you've opened it, click Read and then Save. I recommend saving the file with the same name as the motherboard model number. This one's EDM044. Then click Save again. Now we need to remove the old chip from the programmer and place the new chip on the programmer, ready to be reprogrammed with the file we've just saved. This is the new chip. It's a Winbound SOP-8 BIOS chip. Okay, let's get back to the programmer and flash this blank chip. No need to hit read, I'm just showing that it's blank and connected properly and ready to go. Now open the saved image file by clicking the folder icon, select the file and hit open. After that, click Write, then Yes to start programming the chip. Leave it to finish programming, it won't take long. You'll see a success message pop up, and that's your cue to remove it from the computer. All done, time to pop it back onto the motherboard. I'm giving the area a quick clean, adding a little flux, and then we'll pop the chip on. Once it's sitting there nicely, I'll add a touch more flux and heat it a bit, just to make sure it's firmly attached. Double check that the circle on the chip lines up with the arrow on the board. That's pin 1, and getting it the right way round is absolutely crucial. And there we have the new chip, nicely secured. Time to test it. Will it work? Sometimes it doesn't go perfectly, but when it does, it makes all the effort totally worth it. This is the cable for the front power button and USB port. Let's throw that clamp back on like magic, and don't forget the 2 screws holding the motherboard down. Now for the real test. Great, a normal beep and a blue light. Let's wait for the white light to be sure it's all good, then we can put everything back together, run a full power test, and see if it comes up on the screen. Now we've got a white light and 3 beeps. That's a good sign. Those beeps are normal, just letting you know the console has scanned the storage and booted up as expected. It can happen after a power cut or if the console was unplugged while on. If you want to completely shut down your PS5, rather than letting it go into standby, hold the power button until you hear 2 beeps. This is a good idea if you're moving the console or unplugging it from the socket. Next up, the Wi-Fi antennas. I'm not going to make you sit through every screw going back in, so we'll cut this part and get the case back on. Now, let's give it a quick polish. It's always nice to hand a console back looking clean and almost like new. I'd recommend using any household polish and a soft cloth, nothing abrasive. And never ever use acetone. Believe me, I've seen what happens when someone does that before. It can eat away at the plastic and ruin the finish completely. The shiny gloss front panel is nice, but it scratches so easily. I've got to say, I much prefer the new Slim model with the matte finish. It hides scratches way better, because on the glossy panels, even a small mark really stands out. Okay, moment of truth. Let's turn it on and see if we get power and a signal to the monitor. Yes, we've got a signal, and hopefully, happy customer, another console saved. What do you think about the PlayStation 5? Drop a comment below, I'd love to see your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, evening or morning, wherever you are. See you next time.